But we got the iridescent moon's marrow and restored Columbina's strength. And that's all that matters. Do you think the other... Oh, hey, look! They made it back as well! Flintz! Lama! How did it all go?
All is well, thank you. Nefer and Yehoda had to stay at the curatorium to wrap things up, so they won't be joining us for now.
I ran into Miss Anefa and Miss Aino on the way back. Their work is still in progress, so I suspect they won't be back for a while either.
You seem rather cheerful today, Mr. Flintz.
I certainly am. I achieved what I set out to do. Fighting alone can get quite tedious, but I had the good fortune to run into a pair of brave young warriors.
We meet again. How have you been?
Albedo! What are you doing here?
Thankfully, tracking you down turned out to be a lot simpler than we envisaged.
These two courageously lent me a hand while I was fighting the wild hunt. When they told me they were Servarka's colleagues, it all made sense. And given how people of outstanding talent tend to cross paths, it's no wonder you're already acquainted.
So, who's your travel buddy, Albedo?
Why don't you come and introduce yourself?
A gentleman of few words, I see. And a rather stern countenance. I presumed you were acquainted with him.
It's nice to meet you. Again. We've technically met before.
Wait a sec! You're Minnie Durin!
That's right. It's me. I'm glad to see you again.
By the way, he says it's okay if you drop the mini.
Yeah, I'm not as mini as I used to be.
Interesting, isn't it? The first step towards blending into human society appears to be reflecting on whether one's name really reflects who they are.
Wow! You look so different! In a good way, of course. It's great to see you looking so healthy.
Thank you, Paimon. And although you're as mini as ever, I understand that diminutives don't always convey endearment. I'll be sure to simply call you Paimon, as a sign of my great respect for you.
Wow! You're such a smooth talker now. Paimon could get used to this. From now on, you may refer to her as your esteemed guide, Paimon.
Personally, I think our little Paimon is the perfect size. When people call her little Paimon, it's just because she's so adorable that they can't help themselves. If that's not a sign of endearment, what is?
You're absolutely right, Miss Lama. My brother still has a long road ahead of him when it comes to understanding human relationships.
Anyway, speaking of long journeys, didn't Columbina, leave with you? How come she isn't back yet?
She's been catching up with old friends. Wouldn't be surprised if she stopped for a cup of tea or 10 on the way back.
Uh-oh. People are talking about me. Hope it's nothing negative.
Judging from your expressions, I'm guessing it all went well?
It's getting crowded here. I'll go.
No need. This is a job for an alchemist. I'll whip some up momentarily.
Thank you for your hospitality, ladies and gentlemen, but I was merely escorting my friends back. I'll be meeting Sandrone shortly, as we still have some things to discuss. It's been a pleasure, everyone. But this is where I'll say goodbye.
We really appreciate your help.
Oh, come on. Spare the formalities. I'm just glad I could help out some true friends.
I understand. Well, bye for now, Harlequino.
Oh, this place is hopping.
Are you saying we're about to run out of chairs?
As a matter of fact, I am.
I overheard your little chit-chat outside, by the way. With Miss Columbina's colleague gone, we should be back to the original crew plus the other colleagues I brought in. Though, it looks like we have another new face. Someone else may—
Frankly, you and Paimon are the only people I know here.
This here is Deansliff, colleague of Teyvat's greatest guide, Paimon, and greatest adventurer, the Traveler. Well, not exactly colleagues, more sort of friends.
When someone else jumps in to do the announcing, you know you're speaking to someone important.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Note to self. Once Paimon knows your name, the rest of the world will soon follow.
When he comes looking for us, it's usually something important. Paimon's guessing you've heard about the Wild Hunt, then.
From the looks of it, you're about to hold a meeting. If I were to say that the Wild Hunt is our mutual enemy, would that earn me a seat at the table?
As the saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Mr. Dainsliff, there's a seat with your name on it. Though, I can't promise the same for everyone else. Hey, Albedo, think you can rustle up a couple more chairs?
After all this time apart, Grandmaster Varka's first order is to rustle up a couple more chairs.
Is he being sarcastic?
Hey, he's your brother. Why are you asking us?
I've still got a lot to learn about the nuances of human conversation. Trying to decipher Albedo's way of speaking has been like jumping in at the deep end.
Oh, good point. Paimon gets you now. Don't sweat it. There are people who go their whole lives without getting the hang of it. You're ahead of the game already.
I wonder what's taking Nefer so long.
Perhaps you should go and check in with her. If anyone can hurry her along, it's you.
I just got back from the curatorium. Besides, aren't you curious to see what's taking her?
Miss Nefer doesn't strike me as the type to share secrets. And since gathering intel is her specialty, I'm guessing she'd prefer to keep her methods confidential. Under such circumstances, would it not be tactless for me to impose?
Oh, but it's fine for me to impose.
What can I say? You have an unrivaled ability to garner people's affection, Miss Moonchanter. Besides, you have far more in common with her than I do.
All right, then.
Impressive. She barely fought back at all. I admire your powers of persuasion, my friend.
As I'm sure Miss Lauma will realize soon enough, the trick in life is to always pitch in with other people's responsibilities so that you can be selective with your own.
Another trick is to simply hide in the background.
Spoken like a true sage.
Anyway, looks like we've got some time to kill before the meeting. Let's take a little breather, folks, and feel free to chat amongst yourselves. We'll get down to business once the other two arrive.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an icebreaker? Have either of you ever had your portrait painted?
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables, chairs, people,
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style.
Very well.
You can replicate any style.
I can try.
Thank you.
Is there something you'd like to say to me?
Yeah, for starters, why'd you just show up here without even giving us a heads up?
If you think back to our previous interactions, you may recall that that's hardly out of character for me.
You do have a point there. Oh yeah, you'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Want to tag along with us? You never know. We might get a group discount.
Sure. Let's...
Great! And in return, we can get Dainsliff to be our very own personal bodyguard.
If that's what you had in mind, you should have said so sooner. I'd be happy to help.
Oh, okay then. Paimon was only kidding, but good to... Anyway, since we're all here together, we might as well watch each other's backs. That's just what friends do.
Indeed. Thank you.
Truth be told, I can't...
You're not alone there, my friend. Itlua is a good apple.
So you're what? Come on.
So
Let's just keep this between...
that goes without saying.
Anyone else in the know? Let me get...
It's dangerous being too sharp for one's own.
Then, in the name of the Animo Archon Barbados himself, I...
When we went for drinks, you said that you and...
Of course. Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium to watch over things while I'm gone.
So much for just this once.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here. What if she remembers and suddenly decides to back out?
Did you say something, Mr. Varka?
Huh? I didn't say anything. Right, Flints?
Must have been a frog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the back.
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. Let me start by saying that it's an honor to be speaking before so many distinguished colleagues and collaborators. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Curatorium of Secrets, an intel gatherer extraordinaire. Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, they're making some... Over here, we have Mr. Flintz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the Wild Hunt. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Tevat.
Wow! That's a lot of people! Great turnout!
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so, congratulations on the booming business, I guess.
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is? Who's looking for me now?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth. Something about you seems like bad news.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Conria. As I'm sure you're aware, the Recher of Solnari's real name is Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the Five Sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the Five Sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The Five Sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedifenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhine-daughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Elegy, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Raker of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the five, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions. So what changed in the space of a single night? How did he come to fall like the others?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time? The more detail you can give me, the better.
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I hardly know where to begin. The fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedifenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me, like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through the palace gates, just like we had planned, each striking towards our separate targets. But then, I was betrayed. Even Vedifenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me and partook of the Abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You, of all people, must know that nothing comes for free.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission, I will tell you more about him. Enough, I hope, to help you plan your next move.
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master strategist who has a score to settle with our enemy.
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful in the lighthouse.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment. If that was a little over the top for your liking, I'll make sure to tone it down next time.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif. Let's speak in private once the meeting is over.
Before that, there's a few things I'd like to share.
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it seems like that hasn't happened yet?
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Raher of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the spoils of victory. It's just a gesture of heartfelt gratitude.
Kutar.
Defeating the Raher of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers, we'll also need to gather more intel.
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to defeat him.
We've considered several viable plans now, but our choice hinges on the answers to a few key questions. Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? And what's he really after? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first of these questions.
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe me when I say it's not my wish to burden you. But right now, relying on your skills is our only option.
So you're placing all your hopes on me, huh?
We can't thank you enough for agreeing to help us. Honestly, I can hardly believe how lucky we are.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then flinches insincere flattery the next.
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me. That's all. Feel free to keep bickering. Just pretend I'm not here.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer. Something tells me you'll stand by us until the very end.
Oh? And what makes you so sure of that? What if I suddenly decide that my compensation is insufficient?
This isn't about the money. I can sense that you've got a deep-seated distaste for Rerir. And knowing you, that alone is motive enough.
Look at them getting along so well. Like two peas in a pod.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something. Unlike you, I don't actually enjoy having everyone's hopes on my shoulders.
Is that right? Well, maybe the fact that I'm willing to put my hopes in other people says more about me than you. But the fact is, I also trust you. And that's because I know that you're someone we can count on.
Anyway, we've got our plan, so let's... Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk. And Traveler, once we're finished, if you've nothing else planned, I'd like you to come with me.
This whole experience is teaching me a lot. For instance, I now know that when other issues come up in the future, I'll have far more luck getting Lauma to convince Miss Nefer than trying to do it myself.
Hate to say it, friend, but that's one of the funniest things I've heard in a while.
Why? You think I've got it wrong?
Quite the opposite. But what makes it so hilarious is how long it's taken you to realize.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainsleif get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity about... We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested...
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rerir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together. Think of this as a diving once the ceremony begins. Lastly, any individuals of a weaker constitution are advised not to partake in the ceremony. In any case, Paimon has her own job to do, which requires staying in the room, but...
Well, good luck, everyone! Sounds like all Paimon can do is cross her fingers and root.
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder. I don't anticipate any issues, but the extra level of safety will be greatly appreciated.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense.
Good. Please, take...
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarir kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall, but he's asked me to uncover what those secrets were all the same.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No chance.
Well, as long as you don't let morbid curiosity get in the way of safety concerns, we're good. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
You're such a killjoy.
All right, I'm good to go.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let's close your eye. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainsliff, is this where you keep your secrets, Rarir? Can't say I'm... He looks even gloomier than last... He looks even gloomier than... He looks even gloomier than last...
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has neutralized... This one should be archived under... Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact, neutralized... Another one for purged. Sounds like she was that other man's... No. Male, 40. Occupation, neutralized. Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember... Female. Neutralized on... Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. Female, 13. Neutralized and... Filed. Male, 11. Neutralized and... Male, 6.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts. Mr. Vedifalnir?
Rerir, I trust you're here because you have...
Forgive me. Tell me.
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain...
I was just thinking. It won't be long before...
That isn't a lie. Ever since that day we...
Does it feel...
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad... You fear my silence.
That's right.
The burden of prophecy was...
So who exactly do you deem worthy to...
Or rather...
You're closer...
You say that as though...
You are so... Why?
Very... Let me offer you some advice. For many reasons.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again.
Wait. Hear me out. His name is Rerir. And he claims to be...
What did you...
A cruel irony, isn't it?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him.
No, absolutely not. I would...
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last? Do not...
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child.
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your...
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with the Vinster King? A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. A petty little man with a miser's heart. And he dares to sit upon the throne? Mark my words. Sooner or later, Conria will fall. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch. It won't be long before calamity descends upon...
The ray here of soul... That really is quite a secret you've been keeping from me, Rerir. But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? I've kept my own past a secret this whole time too. Love should be built on honesty. But ours was born from lies. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? If we don't cover up the parts that no one else should see, how can we go on pretending to be normal? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end, nothing. But I won't just sit by and watch this no matter who.
Huh? Was that Revere who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out.
Deli? Oh. They're talking about those people from the Inquisition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be! We're not going to survive this, are we? But why does it have to be this way? Do we really deserve to die just because of the blood that runs through our veins? Felindis! Are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. I heard you, though. He's just following the King's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to hunt down rebels and dissidents.
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe he was using you from the very beginning.
No. Revere has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordered. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much no one knows I have any connection to any of it. It's been a long time since my family severed.
But as Orlog said, who could possibly—
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you. Don't forget that Revere is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. For now, don't come looking for—
If even you can't escape—
I won't speak in his defense. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to—
You called that—
I've got a job, and there's still—
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle, then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. The prey won't sense a thing.
I'll bet no one's ever said a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
Doesn't make it open. The king just happens to need you right now.
That won't happen.
You've changed ever since you fell into the shadow of that house. In the beginning, you only had to take out people of the guilty. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
Felindis, do you still—
Orlog.
The boy who was pretending to sell flowers. You spoke for quite a while, didn't—
Yes, we did. What about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. chance. I just don't get it! After everything he's done, or does it mean nothing to you?
No, that's not...
I need to go now, Thelindis. If you...
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was all subjects of observation. No progress whatsoever. Things are getting worse by the day, but... if all this research... But... Could he really... No.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? So these files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thelindis? No. No, why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. What a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. But in the... Irminsul. Finster King! Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone No. This cannot go on. This is where...
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. But what if you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission.
Good point.
No, please! I just want to see the
Go on living?
Yes. I know you're a man of your word.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught. We'll be seeing each other again very soon if you...
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifalnir. What are you trying to do? Break me down?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon...
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now he won't tell me how to actually tell me then. What will this moment of and no answer.
So, the Eclipse the King's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria, and it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon Dynasty's descent. It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other for so long. If the Vinster King hadn't intervened in such a drastic way, they might have gone on deceiving each other for the— And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's— Time for something a bit— We've been inside Rerir's mind. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and map. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction. Part simulate. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has—
Rerir, are you there? Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whatever this is, it must be big trouble.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition...
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. The word on the street...
If this is your way of offering me replacement limb...
Oh, we can certainly...
Robtatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindot.
Well, the University... Your president of... Vice President...
My successes, of course. And as for Eftervit, in missing out on the presidency, he...
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your...
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here.
It's my brother, Vedafinir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedafinir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Horoptatir more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even...
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying it. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedafinir, perhaps less so.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedafinir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight.
That's far too dangerous.
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedafinir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for... My blade will force the king to see the...
So, Vedafinir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary... The extent of his majesty's... You have noble ambition.
A letter of pardon? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon... This black fog, another mystery.
Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference, research dating back. However, an enormous to make matters work. This is not a wise. I apologize if we really made. This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Thelindis, did you?
I've heard nothing. You never saw him.
What if he finds out that you
Don't be silly. I don't know what secrets he does or doesn't have.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know, logically I should, but enough about.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon.
A red moon?
That's right.
I promise
the crimson moon, no matter how long it.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this true? You know what happens to those who betray the throne?
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir, my job is to enter the prison, stay safe.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade.
This place is filth. Found you. Hello. Surprised?
I certainly felt some surprise.
I'm curious.
It wasn't a prophecy. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, Dane asked for my help. The court...
I do wonder...
Forgive my curtness? You can't have wisdom. There are things the king...
He wasn't entirely wrong.
Until what?
Just now.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together.
I sense hatred, but this is not the end. There are many men of... Is that a dagger?
With your abilities...
Of course not. You mean your...
Yes. I can't abandon the...
In matters of fate, that is the
That... I know it's your voice. You show me disaster, but...
My voice? It turns out...
Vedifalnir just...
Very well then. For as long as you live, your story with Thalindis... It is up to you.
I will.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then.
If I were you...
The Universitas.
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out. Monsters? Is this Rhindaumer's doing? The Universitas Magistrorum. Out of my way! Wind rises. The universe. Allegedly the king, but if they were ever gonna act...
Help! Help! Hold on! let them anywhere near you!
Save me!
That sounded like an What other means does the king... And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone over at the...
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
It all adds up. No more lies.
Unsightly insects! Upon the gate.
The mystery unravels. Can I the truth?
I will have order. Solidify.
Embrace the ice!
Swarm fury. Upon the gate.
This is where Transfix!
This is order.
Gather! Wretched vermin!
Take flight!
Overruled!
The deception ends here. It all adds up.
Order guide you. Solidify.
My apologies!
Everything was futile.
No more lies.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Take flight! Kamisato out! Sometsu!
Overruled!
Seek within. It all adds up. The riddle remains unsolved.
Monsters at the Una. Oh no! It's no use. The table. Of course. I'm done for. Is it? Ah! Stay back!
What's that?
Reverie! So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. you can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Celindus? No, don't do it! Celindus! Celindus!
I told you, Rarier. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Rarier, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our own.
Rarier. Rarier.
Celindus?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Rarier? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. I will find you. And then... you can give me your answer.
So that's how the Raker of Soul... A monster created by viewing other people's thoughts for... In a nutshell, his past is filled... Everyone?
She's fine.
Yes, You will have seen the events of Rarier's life through my thoughts.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about it. However, I would not consider Rarier to be a nobody. He was deeply involved.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in
That's not what I meant.
Then try to remember that now. As for
Cool. So...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss!
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity, but what does the...
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's... In any case, There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't.
Wait. How long have I been standing?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Boss, what's wrong?
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back in...
Hallucinated? But...
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone. All
So you control everything in...
More or less.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first...
Is there any similarity between what happened?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent.
Is there anything...
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I...
Meaning, you're not feeling...
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with.
Boss, it's fine.
Oh, listen to you.
What?
Yes, really. Where...
Well, anyway... I suggest everyone finds... Even though all this... You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue. Just because it is...
Don't I have the best?
If we can find a suitable time...
Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. You have my word that I will get us... This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait, is that...
Oh.
There you are! Sinue's been looking...
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some...
What do you mean, loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you...
Hey, kid.
Get in his good books? What?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival.
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my...
Pile of stones. Got it. Hi, Dad.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner.
Spoils of war. Who were you fighting against, Dad?
I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back.
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back as much water as I could carry. It should last us for a...
If it wasn't for these black...
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out of hardship and poverty. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. But things are looking up.
So you're the
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated.
So, do you get anything?
Of course. My luck's improving all the...
That's our well, and you...
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that's special... You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. There's a handwritten note on the ground.
Halil, this is Sinuhe. This is I'm writing to you. Praise the gods. You told me to write. I urgently. This is an emergency. Please send help as soon as possible.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the ground. It's badly defaced. Some parts are barely legible. What a ridiculous lie the surviving...
Ah, officer. Welcome.
I thought you would at least have...
This is the finest wine Aru village has to offer.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our god. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste.
I don't recognize her. New arrival?
She showed up here a few days ago and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please help. I'm begging you.
So, where are you from?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your family? How many of you are there?
Just the one.
It's only you?
Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form. Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy. And if they did, they certainly wouldn't complain about the lighter workload.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are. And I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions. What's the other one?
I wanted to check. If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your name on the envelope, someone should hand it right to you.
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you anything.
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia either. The whole world bends over backwards for the successful, and leaves the losers to suffer and die.
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world, you have to find a way to become successful. This must be it. Let's take a look. A dilapidations. This one was never. Who was it? This one. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incest. This seems like some. Wait. The note says, This next one is a few words of. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students. However, as well as education is as grand, I do hope you. And the sender. So this is. Whatever. I'm not exactly. I can't believe. I don't believe for 1 sec. Wait.
Greetings, Halil. I don't know. In my tribe, the Shimti tribe, this brings me to my there was a terrible. The Eob and I found a well. When we met, that aside, we have next to no.
From the outset, the academia never. And you were so. You swore. You liar. And who fell for it? I think I'll take over from. I just came to say goodbye.
Nefer?
I'm quitting.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you.
It was. Oh, and I didn't want to. What's wrong?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown?
Yeah, I lied. It's not rare at all. It's not worth much. Keep it.
But Nefer.
All right, that's all.
Don't forget me, okay?
Yeah, I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune. And as for I'll be lucky if. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador, I assume there's a big business deal to—
Please, sir, lower your blade. The ever-shifting—
Huh. So, you—
This well is the
You're not wrong.
Of course not. Records uncovered by the— I checked the map—
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say—
Don't get greedy. We know far more than—
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As I hope I—
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia—
You see how I'm and what does a barbarian like—
All right, I take your point. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news.
Gladly. So let's indulge.
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken—
What? Well, don't just stand—
Yes, Chief.
I have every
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response—
I don't—
I am obliged to remind you, Chief, that the
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. That well—
Glad to hear it.
If there is a traitor, I will find—
Wow. All it took was a few words and I've—
So, in summary,
The Eab are so let me ask you—
kill them all.
Precisely. At the same time—
We have our own rules out here.
Right. Natural. Weren't the Eab— Let me be clear.
Say no more.
Good. You see, Dad? Look at yourselves. The monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary. I think maybe I've even— Oh, Sinuhe. My gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, but you couldn't do—
Nefer. It's okay. All of this is in the past.
I believe I remember you promising to remain
Yeah, but...
Yehoda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired.
Yes, if we can find—
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest— I didn't know you were clued up.
I'm no expert in the history of—
Sounds impressive.
Oh, I know who you mean.
That's Boss Nep.
Sino's hardly a figure of—
What about him?
Well, he's not a— Please, this is the— Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to take in.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about any of this stuff. Like, look at that statue, for instance. I want to do the whole name-dropping, this girl knows her stuff thing too, but I've never seen anything like it before.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King, one of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. The legends say that he, the Crocodile King, and the Goat King were the 3 retainers of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
Never! Hey!
Hold on!
Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
How repulsive.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your...
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage that?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, Then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That shouldn't be possible.
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where the Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. He led me to a gate deep inside the temple, and there he made a deal with me. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshret, and represents his power of piercing analysis. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Every god plays favorites.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share it. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details of his story. Please save any questions or comments for the end.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt, wreaking havoc upon innocent lives in Notcry. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences. This is a threat that the Knights of Favonius cannot ignore.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this
Miss Lauma?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the term Moongate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends, there are no records of any first-hand witnesses. We cannot know whether it truly exists.
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate—
But there's more to—
Yes. And right now—
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Rehir of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie, drawing hordes of monsters to many different locations across the land.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributed phenomenon, rather than a unified one?
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was whole to begin with, and he wants to be whole again.
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But the Abyss, much like a curse, has kept him alive.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, this raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments, and see if there is any validity to my suspicions. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer.
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope—
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset.
It's just— when I think of the man I once knew as Rerir, I struggle to understand why things had to turn out like this.
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure Nefer needs some time to recover. She's been through an awful lot today.
That's very thoughtful of you, Lama.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we reconvene to nail down a plan. Hey, is this a bad time? Hope I didn't kill the conversation. No need. Come on, let's talk outside. Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. But before she left, she shared some things with me that I thought you should be aware of. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chest set, There's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis King is any match for one of the five sinners. Their powers are beyond our comprehension. It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan and take care of him before that happens.
Honestly, Paimon figured that might be the case. So, how long...
Well, I asked her that same question. It felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over Mora against your will? Anyway.
2 days? Holy...
That remains to be seen. Which, you have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him for us? Great. All right, on to we figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once...
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know this...
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know.
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible...
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how we're going to approach this, to be clear, I don't doubt...
I want to do everything within my power.
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost... As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to just march towards... Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside... I'm the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, and you're our honorary knight. I want to make sure your courage doesn't come at the expense of your safety.
Thank you, sir.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board. I'll give some serious thought to your suggestions.
This is a thorough plan.
Great question. Albedo's, firstly, from the early... Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta. Thirdly, finally, and most turns out, we take...
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions...
Understood.
Well, everyone, that's...
Plan approved. Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered. Let's...
The Frost Moon Scions.
And the rest of you? No objections?
Wait, we can...
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes before their brain had time to think things.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common practice in the Knights of...
Who'd you hear it from? D-Luke?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work. This contact will be known only as Owl, please.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part. Flint's and I will absolutely...
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you accepted. Also, you are the last person I expected to see here, Miss Dory.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually call me Lord Sangamabe. So, the longer your name, the higher your net worth. Is that the idea? In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune. That's right, I know your full name. It's...
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping that a secret.
Okay, fine. I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Do you have any idea how much it would cost to hire me otherwise?
Oh, does this mean someone out there actually has the power to boss Dory around?
It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business partnership. She's actually the mom of a friend of yours. Said mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything. If I don't start building a little goodwill now, my whole business in Nodcry is gonna go down the
Okay. So what exactly is so special about this pendant?
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. So, she wanted me to have something that can store power to protect myself with. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it all up at once! Never lost so big in my life!
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to drain all the Kuvaki in the pendant, but I'll make it up to you.
You will? Well, in that case, how about you give me your chess set? And
I knew you'd say that. Well, it's yours if you want it. In fact, take it now, and I'll even throw in a free Raker of Solnari.
You're putting me in a difficult position here.
It's a very useful thing to have around, but I have a funny feeling it won't be around much longer. I guess we'll see in a couple of days.
Looks like bankruptcy.
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know. You might find a new business opportunity on the other side.
Ready?
Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think Lord Sangamabe would let an opportunity like... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the good ta-da! See? It's right here.
Oh, it's so pretty. Did you make it?
No, I have a supplier. We go way back, so...
Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. You've been getting Kaveh to make them for you.
That's not the full story. It actually started a while back as a project between me and the Dendro Archon. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when everyone... I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. I won't go into the details because it's all very complicated, but if you want to know more, you can ask the Dendro Archon about it sometime. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kasharawar talents, he took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before producing a Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? What's your proposed use case? Has it been approved by the relevant authorities? So nosy. My fault for
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous because you're all...
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never has to be a use case.
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious. He probably felt responsible.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. Huh? What does that look?
Paimon's just super surprised. This must be the first time we've ever seen you actually get serious about something.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised that I was gonna live every day of my life with a big beaming smile. Obviously, Mora plays a big part in that. There are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. That could mean paying back a debt, returning a favor. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I ever had. And I want my investors to know that Lord Sangama Bay is the best in the business, and more than that, no one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happens. Oh, that? Don't be thinking it was some sort of. My priority is doing the business.
Alright. If
I do say so, and that's the whole point. Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it.
Traveler, Paimon, it's good to see you.
everything going smoothly over?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Diren, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the wild. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however, come with some troubling implications.
What? You can actually dissect the wild hunt?
That depends on your definition of wild hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the wild hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptetyr, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul-cert Elegy. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and the effects are irreversible. You could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, his whole being has been consumed by the Abyss. In other words, he is now nothing more than a manifestation of abyssal power. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power. Hence, we cannot fundamentally destroy the
Oh, that's terrible!
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never—
Given the circumstances, time to kick off the
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well,
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person.
All right then.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grand Master Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady, what are you saying?
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear, but I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nodcry. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start, biggest strengths are honesty and
something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe that's how the others addressed you.
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called Dainsleif?
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. At least, not in the same way that Dainsleif, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure your long life and rich range of experience explains that. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and affection?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have learned the hidden truth of his story.
You're welcome. I know he's...
Friend. He betrayed me.
Okay. So, do you plan to fight him with us? You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see the things he's done.
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would... Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective on a situation. A situation I took for granted at the time, but now I feel very grateful for it.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the Fatui?
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then and even now...
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was, and not treasuring it. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully, talking about it will do us both some good. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are...
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Rerir of Solnari.
You will? Oh, thank you so much! Everyone will be so grateful to hear that!
They needn't be. This was something that I was going to have to face up to.
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you regardless. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And then, have a think about whether you're...
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time to think.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on when I was awakened by the Ratnik, but after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came. My restless flame indicates that somewhere in.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad.
Well, in the past, when I was a fae whose. But it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join forces with you in.
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last night?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. Meanwhile, I know her.
Excellent.
The chest.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding.
Got it! Be careful, traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this fight.
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay on your toes.
Yep, you too.
Let me help you guys.
Moonlight betrays you. Moonlight betrays you. The moonlight betrays you. Hunt him down! Pathetic! Move!
Wipe out!
Hunt him down!
Close your eyes.
The moonlight betrays you.
Leave this place. By the frost there.
Hunt him down!
Keep your distance. Beware the creatures of the night.
Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels.
Go!
The moonlight betrays you. It's all futile.
No more lies.
Pathetic! Hunt him down!
For the everlasting curse.
Move! It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you.
Steady now.
Do you see now? From here, when will it be as you foretold?
Water jet!
Do you see now? From here, when will it be as you foretold? The moonlight
No more lies.
Observe. Spirits not welcome here.
With one heart, we pray and seek within. Can't hide the truth.
Bombs away!
You'll sorely regret that. Be silent.
The moonlight betrays you.
It all adds up.
It's all futile. Hunt him down!
Water jet!
By the frost moon above, leave this place.
Pathetic!
Close your eyes.
To dust. The moonlight betrays you. Be silent. To dust.
The deception ends here. No more lies.
Futile. Hunt him down!
Keep your place. You're quite finished.
Pathetic!
Close your eyes.
To dust.
Observe.
Hunt him down!
Close. Steady now.
Futile! Hunt him down! To dust.
Steady now.
Your perilous land. With one heart, we pray.
Pathetic!
Observe.
Your little game of heroics is over. Move! Who wants to go first? Moonlight betrays you. Now, get out of my sight!
No! We've been separated!
Will it take?
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Mama! Can you hear me?
Hold on, wait. Silence.
The voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just keep stalling. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Wipe out!
Seek within.
Destroyed. Reborn.
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Water jet! Go!
The mystery unravels.
Destroyed. And reborn.
Go!
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Fate.
Your death is within my grasp!
How unfortunate. Seek within.
Destroyed! And reborn!
Wipe out! Go!
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth.
Bombs away!
It all adds up. Seek within. Time to come clear. It all falls into place.
Yeah!
Absurd. No more lies. Shameless. The deception ends here. It all adds up. No more lies.
Wipe out!
The mystery unravels. Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. It all falls into place.
Yeah!
But nothing.
How much power will it take?
Can't keep this up. Don't push your luck. It all adds up. Seek within.
Wipe out! Go!
Your death is within my grasp!
The mystery unravels. It all adds up. No more lies. Let's see what you're made of.
Bombs away! Water jet!
Seek within. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Destroyed!
Yeah!
Reborn!
Water jet!
The mystery unravels. It all adds up.
Bombs away! Water jet!
Curses.
the only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Nefer, your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be pout, and then I will reduce you to
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are. You've backed yourself into a...
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rarir.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your...
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power... I've seen it before!
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using Pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst!
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open!
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rarir.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the blindness, of course.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer. It's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most
reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
Even so. Okay, in business terms, I suppose that's...
I'd be hard-pressed.
Still, I don't people suffer when... I had hoped you could win.
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. I'll send full details through Yehoda. My dear friends, we have fought...
The moon will remember this day. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt. And since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Huh. Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just thought...
You're right. But I must say,
Things are a little... different now from how they were. I'm...
Friends.
How you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon...
Glad to hear you didn't starve.
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to... Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy the food and settle down...
Well, I'm back.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but... if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without you any longer, and we would have postponed it till tomorrow.
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know. Happy to check you over at any time.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Nefer!
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes...
Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you?
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet.
Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake, don't you think? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become... Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very... What else is left when everything you depend... If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets stuck in the past. It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a... Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. He's never brought it up, but why else would he give me the Well, King Deshret banished. His response was to take up... Did he really think I'd fall for... So that's enough for you. He's a prisoner, and he lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Riri? It's preposterous. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you ask me, the soul of... For example, when something good... So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. For the foreseeable future, at least. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, if you understand what's at stake, very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something. After all that build-up, our mystery ally never showed up even once.
Huh? Am I
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while.
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How lovely. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the Academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long-term supplier.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself.
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First time hearing about it.
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry. Your desert interests.
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary?
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will... You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use in an emergency. Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. It was something I looked into, but the tech people handled the tech, and money back.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora, and all you care about is growing your own wealth.
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich.
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just...
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other... Just thinking about...
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that.
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah. Though it's been years since my sister passed away. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, my sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye. It's become a vague impression.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memories are the ones that last the longest.
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the one silver lining in all of it.
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back then.
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that one.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely did anything.
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more medication.
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You've sure learned a lot recently.
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society yet.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner, just like your brother. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the principle and how the process works.
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of stealing his power to turn it against him. When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage them in battle. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up to him in a fight. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make sure that he wouldn't go beyond the range of the alchemical array. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular as the ideal spot, which is where the confrontation took place. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbine. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him than staying in limbo.
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay trapped in limbo for long. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now, it's time...
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino should be friends. I think this is very important. So I felt I had to come and tell you.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's all over.
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Rayhir of Solnari would be able to lay so much as a finger upon me, given how prepared I was.
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my appetite. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, it's going to waste. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. Look at all those calculations.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribblings. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. This is my equivalent of trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure it all out. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is... who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like, personally?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, I honored his request. But I did read through everything first before destroying them. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have...
So... that's where the formulas in your notebook are from?
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solve for fun when I'm bored. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook are just silly little riddles and not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, because I lose a few brain cells in the process. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friend. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together, and they were all quite competitive. So there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. A sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The apocalypse would arrive. And a mad dream that would normally only capture... And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wit. But alas, they were the first of them to fall under its... Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve, and it's complicated. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's... And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once, but I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died. What do you think of... Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal of save... Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Really? I can't tell whether that's because you disapprove of his deeds or because he failed.
Or maybe Renee no longer exists. I don't like fanatics. Maybe I could understand. Anyway, that's enough about Ren. He managed to put a stop to the... To his credit, I suppose, the law. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the... But although the desire to... I think that formulas and machine... Yet Alen's until... Once he realized... He quit working on his He told me that the director of the Nazism... I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deep at the very end. Many years after that. And that is the story. One went all in on his fantasy. The other sought desperately to I do sometimes. Even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. They were young children with... Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor them. But instead... The search for their own salvation took them down the rock. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? The way you said that sounded just like Alen. I asked him the same question back when he was in his prime. Putting all of his energy into it, he gave the exact same answer as no elaboration. Just a quick short answer before getting right back to his work. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Heart. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't involve interrupting me. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostics.